Thank you for having me. I hope you enjoy this talk we're gonna have. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Sebastian Serrano. Well, so few of you know me. I've been around Europe for a long time, and I've been coaching since 1995. Uh, First, I started coaching in Spain and Madrid Bears. I was linebacker coach and defensive coordinator. I ended up being the head coach, and then after that, I just started coaching the Barbara rookies. We had a good shot too. I've been involved in all national categories with the Spain national team, junior, senior, and women. Participated in European championships and a world championship for women in Finland. Also, I've been linebacker coach for the IFAF World Development Team in Florida, and I've been cooperating with several organizations, doing camps around Europe, and including some in Italy, of course. Camp Trieste, in which I met some of the coaches that are here now, Coach Giorgio Longhi, and some others. Great camp. Also in Imola last summer, I was in the beast mode camp, and lately I've been working also with the level up camps for Europe's Elite, which is another good organization. And this is my background so far, and so that was my that's my background. Uh, First, I want to thank the Italian Federation for having me here. Of course, all the people that is behind this project, which is working very well, and I really congratulate you for the work you're doing on spreading the world of football. I want to, of course, thank Coach Giorgio Longhi, a longtime friend, for inviting me to be here. I want to thank Chesco Aspar, which is a coach here from Spain, which helped me a lot on developing these ideas. And I want to say that this study I made is based on Chesco Aspar's work, Abraham Maslow, Tony Robbins, and some other motivators that are top in the world right now.
Buonasera a tutti, grazie per avermi invitato, spero possiate godere di questa occasione. Il mio background inizia nel 95 con i Madrid Bears, di cui sono stato linebacker coach, defensive coordinator e poi capo allenatore. Ho lavorato con i Barbara Rookies e in Spagna ho occupato diverse posizioni con tutte le squadre nazionali spagnole. Sono stato ai campionati mondiali femminili in Finlandia e ho lavorato come linebacker coach per il World Development Team di IFAF in Florida e ho cooperato con diverse organizzazioni europee, tra cui per esempio il camp di Trieste, in cui ho incontrato molti di voi. Desidero ringraziare la federazione e tutti coloro che sono in questo progetto e che permettono di fare questa cosa, tra cui per l'appunto il coach Giorgio Longhi e per la parte dello sviluppo del mio lavoro anche il coach Francesco Aspar. Please, coach.
Okay, so here we go. Motivation in American football. All right, this is to me a key to success. One of the main keys. Okay, so let's start by talking about how I started thinking about how important this is and how it influences the athletes and the coaches' performances in and off the field. You started in the IMG Academy. Giorgio Longhi would remember this. We were with the World Development Team, and we were invited to some mental work that they were providing to their athletes in Florida. You can translate that?
Yeah. La motivazione è una chiave per il successo. Vorrei raccontarvi come ho iniziato a considerarlo importante e come influenza l'operato di coach e giocatori. Abbiamo iniziato nell'IMG Academy con alcune attività di tipo mentale, di mental coaching con i giocatori. Go.
Yeah. So here I started thinking that was more to it that I knew of. I had a lot of experience by then as a coach, as a motivator too. It's one of my weapons. But I saw there was more to it than what I knew. So I started studying a little bit. First, I started thinking, how did we handle in the past motivation? And at the beginning, the motivation, we just let it roll on the players. Players should be motivated, right, by themselves. They a lot of things will influence in this because we didn't have any control on it. If we win, then motivation was high, and if we lose, then motivation was low, and there's nothing we could do about that because we didn't have control. We didn't control that. It's something we just let in the air. Okay.
C'era più di quello che sapevo. Io ho una certa esperienza di motivatore, ma sentivo il bisogno di sapere di più e quindi di comprendere anche come funzionava nel passato. Prima fondamentalmente la motivazione personale dipendeva dai giocatori. Se i giocatori erano motivati personalmente si poteva vincere, se no si sarebbe perso. Go.
Yeah. Then after that, we have the revelation of that we have to be great motivators, coaches. We should know the tricks, which are really useful, and we talk about it to motivate a little bit of the players. But then, yeah, we must be great motivators. So we know the tricks, know the politics, know how to handle. We had to know everything, right? But yeah, then this is the way we used to manage how we measured the performance of the players back in the days. It was a thing of percentages. Okay, so let's say we have four old canons that we measure on the athletes. There were the state of shape, yeah, how good his shape was, his technical preparation, how could he play, his technical preparation, how could he move, he knew everything. His tactical and theoretical preparation, he knew the playbook, he knew what he had to do in every play, in every formation, yeah. And then his mental preparation, yeah, that was just another add. His mental preparation was something that was added to the others. Can you translate that?
Da questo punto è scattata veramente una rivoluzione rispetto alla motivazione. Quali dovevano essere i trucchi da mettere in atto? Come sapere gestire e quindi avere il controllo della preparazione. Anche una questione di percentuali tra i vari aspetti. Questi aspetti sono sempre stati lo stato della forma dell'atleta, la preparazione tecnica, la preparazione teorica a cui si è aggiunta la preparazione mentale.
Yeah, so we would say like the ideal player could have certain percentages of this, right? If he is instead of say this the 60%, to be a competitive athlete, he should be 100% in all of them, right? But motivation was just an ad, okay? But here's the thing, and here's where we're going to start talking. This is a theory that made me change my mind totally, and this is where we come to the next episode that I changed my mind. Reading textbooks part, this author, he said that we should consider motivation as a multiplier, not something that adds, but something that multiplies the performances in athletes. And I totally agree. And I think that now that this thought is in your mind, you're going to start agreeing with me. Okay? Let's say we have an athlete that is 100%. He's in his best shape. He knows everything he has to do. He knows everything he has to do in every play, in every formation. He knows what to do, but he is not motivated. Okay? What's he worth? What's he worth? You know? let's say that motivation goes from 0.5 to 1.3. That's the multiplier, being at 100% 1. Yeah. So an athlete on instead of on 100% on everything, and on 1 point would be perfect, right? This is perfect. This is okay. So if we multiply by 1, it'll be himself. But if with motivation, we can motivate in 1.1, then we are multiplying the rest of his capabilities. Can you translate that?
Yes. Ovviamente gli atleti devono essere al 100% su tutto. E questo è il punto, e qui inizia la teoria che ho studiato e che ha, diciamo, cambiato il mio approccio, ovvero che la motivazione è un moltiplicatore delle capacità dell'atleta, per cui se noi consideriamo che un atleta è al suo massimo livello al 100%, gli obiettivi della motivazione possono rendere questo moltiplicatore superiore al 100%, cioè a 1. Quindi se noi andiamo verso 1.1 abbiamo raggiunto questo obiettivo, e quindi il punto è la motivazione come moltiplicatore.
Yeah, okay, but this could be tricky. We talked about it 1 minute ago, because once it's a multiplier, it becomes a divider if it's under 1, right? So if we have a 100% on every aspect athlete, but he is less than 1 motivated, then we start really decreasing his performance. And if you are a coach, you've seen this. Your best athlete is not well motivated and he's not performing at his 100%.
Quindi non è così semplice, è, come si dice, tricky, cioè ci possono essere degli aspetti da gestire, perché se l'atleta sui suoi aspetti fondamentali non è motivato al 100%, allora la motivazione può essere un divisore, non un moltiplicatore, quindi questo può fare decrescere la performance.
Yeah. So let's talk about now this is what I really wanted to get. Now that we know this, now that we know that this is a multiplier, that we could use that, we're going to talk about us, coaches. Okay? Okay. Now we know how important motivation is, of course. Yeah. When we set this paradigm, this new paradigm, this new canon, let's start by saying, what's what you ask yourself when the season's going to start, when you get to coach a new team? It's like, who will follow me, right? If I'm not motivated. All these doubts we all coaches have, no matter your experience, we all have doubts, that's for sure, right? And so sometimes we need to be motivated too, but this is something we cannot get most of the times. Nobody's going to motivate us. Can you translate that?
Yeah. E quindi parliamo di noi coach. Inizia una nuova stagione e vengono fuori delle domande. Chi mi seguirà? Vengono fuori dei dubbi. Noi dobbiamo essere dei motivatori, ma chi motiverà noi? Da chi saremo motivati? Qua inizia il punto.
Yeah. So the question is, will I be able to coach this team or this player or this person, right? Will I be able to motivate them? Yeah. Listen, we need tools to be able to motivate ourselves. We need tools that we can provide ourselves with feedback and with motivations for ourselves. Okay. So first of all, we have to know who we are as a coach. Okay. You must know who we are as a coach, and I would recommend you to write it down. Not who you want to be, who you are, where you are. Yeah.
La domanda è: saremo capaci di allenare questa squadra? Saremo capaci di motivare questa squadra? Allora servono degli strumenti di automotivazione che ci permettono di costruire la motivazione. La prima domanda è: chi siamo come allenatori? Non chi vorremmo essere, ma effettivamente chi siamo, e questo va scritto per comprenderlo.
Yes. And here I want to talk because I've been around a lot of coaches and I've seen very many styles of coaching, of coaches, many styles. And at the end, from what I saw, the key to be a great motivator, one of the keys is not what you do. It's not what you do. And it's not either your relationship with players. If you have a good relationship with them or you're their friend, or it doesn't have anything to do with that. A little bit, of course, but the main thing is who you are. Who you are. And here I want to mention 3 coaches that I admire very much. One is Sean Fatah, the former head coach of the Squadra Raiders. He was won almost everything in his career. And he is followed, it is a leader because of who he is. Also, Patrick Assoum, head coach for the national team France. He's a leader. He motivates because of who he is, right? Also, Giorgio Longhi, who is here. Giorgio Longhi is a great motivator because of who he is, of what. Yes, please.
Ho visto molti stili di coaching, ma alla fine la chiave è non tanto cosa fai e non quanto la relazione con i giocatori, che ovviamente importa, ma chi sei. Chi sei tu? Io ho visto, vi porto 3 esempi: Sean Fatah, già allenatore degli Squadra Raiders, un leader, ma anche Patrick Assoum, capo allenatore della Francia, e anche Giorgio Longhi, leader perché sono dei grandi motivatori. Giorgio è un grande motivatore.
Yeah, so let's talk about what do you know, what you need to know about yourself as a coach. What do you need to know? And this is very important. We must take our time also to prepare our minds and motivate ourselves. Okay, so first, write down who you are as a coach in the present moment. Okay. Then, what are you going? Where do you want to get as a coach? What do you want? Where's your direction? Okay. What motivates you? You have to know what is your reasons, not the things you're going to get. What are your reasons to be a coach? Also, what's your fuel? What feeds you? What makes you move as a coach? What makes you being a coach? That's very important for you to know, for you to write it down so it's written on your mind too. Also, it's very important that we analyze the obstacles that we're going to find in our way to become the coach that we want to be. Because there will be obstacles. Most of them, or a lot of them, you can say what they will be. And so write them down so you're ready for them too. That's very important. And the last point, and this one is really, really important for you as a coach to be growing and to be motivated all the time. What are you missing to become the coach you want to be? What are the things that you're missing, either theoretical, technical, mental, that you're missing to become the coach you want to be? Write it down so you have it clear in your mind. What do you have to do? Please.
Cosa devi sapere per essere allenatore e motivare quindi le menti, i giocatori? Chi sei? Dove vai, o meglio, cosa vuoi ottenere? Perché vuoi essere un coach e il suo feeling di questo significato? Poi l'analisi degli ostacoli che puoi incontrare sulla tua strada. Molti di questi non sai come saranno, quindi bisogna scrivere queste cose e provare a immaginarle. E soprattutto la cosa più importante è l'ultima: dove stai sbagliando per non essere il coach che vorresti essere.
So now we're going to talk about your vision. And this is one of the most important things that a coach should have in his life as a coach, a vision, okay? And the vision, I want to talk about a good example that I have, and it's my good friend Rafa Marquez from the Malaga Crusaders. Some years ago, he came back to Spain. He was coaching somewhere in Europe. He came back to Spain and started living in southern Spain. We became friends, and he started missing football so much because he didn't have a team in Spain. Okay? So I told him why don't you make a team yourself? At the beginning, he just said, "No, that's too complicated." I worked with him on his vision of the team by motivating him to find solutions, to really have a vision of what he wanted. Please.
La visione. La cosa più importante, vi faccio un esempio con il caro amico Rafa Marquez, da Malaga, che torna in Spagna, diventiamo amici e mi dice che il football americano gli manca. Allora io gli propongo di fare una squadra e lui mi dice no, troppo complicato. Allora inizia una discussione sugli obiettivi. Please.
Yes. So we put a vision on his brain, and little by little, step by step, avoiding all these problems he found, following his vision, he ended up building up a team competitive in his league, and he really put that vision that he had on reality. All right. So this is the vision must be for you, and this is a real good concept, a real good comparison, like the automatic pilot on a plane, okay, who has the coordinates of where it's going and can go around in a storm. You're going to go down through it or up to it, whatever, but it knows where it has to finish. It knows the exact coordinates where it has to land. And that should be our vision. Please.
Quindi trovano le persone, determinano una visione e la trasferiscono. Questa visione permette di rendere una squadra competitiva. E questo è quello che lui chiama il pilota automatico, ovvero la possibilità di navigare anche in mezzo alla tempesta e comunque fare funzionare le cose perché tu sai alla fine dove vai ad atterrare.
Yes. So also here, I recommend you to write down your vision. Think about it deeply. It's got to be this what I'm talking about is for you, so it's got to be really deep inside what you think. Okay, coaches? Dream big. Don't have any doubts on dreaming big, because hey, great achievers dream bigger than the usual. If you want to achieve great things, you have to dream big. So write your vision, the ideal vision that you really want. It don't matter how big it is. If it's your vision, if it's your dream, you must write it down. And one important thing that I must say to you, and take this as a good advice, even though I'm not nobody to give advice, don't let your present situation, okay, or your present circumstances bring down your dreams, bring down your vision. You know, that's the automatic pilot I'm talking about, okay? Because your dreams must be there always, at all times. Okay?
Sì, la mia raccomandazione è di scrivere la vostra visione,
Mm-hmm.
pensarlo profondamente, avere grandi sogni e non dubitare di questo, perché i big achievers, quelli che hanno grandi risultati, hanno avuto grandi sogni e il vostro sogno non può essere abbattuto da questo. Non lasciate, e questo è importante, che la vostra presente situazione, la situazione che vivete nel momento, possa demolire la vostra visione o i vostri sogni. È quello che io chiamo il pilota automatico.
Exactly. Okay, so that brings us down, excuse me, to the purpose of being a coach. You have to have a vision, of course, but also a purpose. What do I mean with a purpose? What do you want to get as a coach? Where, what? And I also, of course, recommend to write this down, okay? Because the purpose of that is something that you must have clear in your mind, your purpose. What's your purpose? Mine is helping others, motivating others. That's mine, okay? I found it out and I wrote it down and I know it is, okay? That's my purpose. And as you see, it can't be a purpose of I want to get rich or I want things. It's more deeper than that, all right? You have to find your purpose, the purpose of being a coach on a sharing kind of way, including everybody that's going to participate on your success. Your family, your players, the fans, the directives, the club. You must include everybody on their purpose. Because if you're a coach, your spirit should be sharing, okay? Can't be selfish. Can you translate that?
Allora, l'obiettivo. Ovviamente se la visione è importante, lo è altrettanto l'obiettivo, la prestazione. Che cosa voglio che accada? Che cosa voglio ottenere? Questo lo devo scrivere, lo devo avere chiaro nella mente, perché per motivare gli altri lo devo gestire, lo devo dominare. Quindi lo individuo, quello che lui chiama the purpose, lo scrivo, voglio chiaramente un obiettivo, ma lo devo anche condividere. Condividere con i giocatori, con i tifosi, anche con la famiglia, anche con il club, con i dirigenti, quelli che fanno parte della mia organizzazione. Non devo essere autoreferenziale, perché questo sarebbe un errore.
Yes. Okay, so till here's the points I had on my presentation, but now I'm going to keep on going, okay? Because I want to give you a couple of strategies that will also help you to motivate yourself. Okay, so how do I motivate myself? This is a good hint that I'm going to give you. Also, you must write it down. It don't matter if you write it down by hand, if you write it down by computer, whatever suits you is good. And this is about pain and the pain and pleasure theory about motivation. Okay. The theory says that.
Excuse me, Coach. Can you say it again?
Yes, sure. The pain and pleasure theory about motivation. What motivates you? The pleasure of or the pain of? All right. The pain of losing, the pleasure of winning. Yeah. So, yeah, this theory says that obviously what you would think is that the pleasure moves you, right? The willing of something good happening to you is what's going to motivate you more, right? But the truth is that, yeah, that motivates you. But fearing failing, being afraid of failing, being afraid of not doing it right is also a great motivator. Great one. Think about it.
Allora, il tema è come motivo me stesso. Intanto tutto questo va sempre scritto, non importa che sia al PC o a mano, ma va fissato. È quella che si chiama la teoria del dolore e piacere. Sicuramente il piacere di fare le cose bene, motiva anche bene, ma la verità è che anche il timore, la paura del fallimento è un grande motivatore.
Yes. So take this not as a pain, like, okay, if you're going to write down a list of things, yeah, what can you win? Where are you going to win if you win? Yeah? What's going to happen if everything goes 100% good? And then you're going to make another list of what's going to happen to your career as a coach if everything goes totally wrong. And even though it's kind of painful to write it down, it didn't happen. Yeah. But in your mind, you will know what you can face when you don't do things right. And this is a great motivator. Take it as that. Okay. So these two lists are going to open your mind a lot.
Ok, è importante fare due liste, una di quello che può succedere se tutto va bene e una se tutto funziona come dovrebbe e una se le cose non vanno come devono, quindi quello di cui dovremmo in qualche modo avere paura. E questo funziona molto.
Yeah. This is a good one, believe me. Another one is writing down the obstacles, we talked about it, that are separating you from being the coach you want to be. Writing down. What's separating you from your vision? Yeah. What do you have to avoid? And another very, very important thing, very important, is who will you become? Who will you become when you do all these things you wrote down about what's missing on me? Who am I? Who are you going to become when you write all these things down? Believe me, you're going to become somebody else because you're going to see yourself as a coach with this. This is part of the program. It's not the complete program, but with this, you have a pretty clear vision of yourself as a coach, and that will help you a lot. Who will you become? Here, I want you to think, who will I become in terms of, I want to become somebody that deserves this. I explain myself. Who do I want to become to deserve the vision I want? I have a vision of myself doing great things. Who should I be to deserve that, right? A good thing here could be find a role model, somebody that you admire, that already made it to where you want to make it. Please.
Allora, un altro tema è scrivere quali sono gli ostacoli, quello che ti può separare dalla tua visione, da quello che vorresti essere, quindi cosa evitare. In una lista di temi che sono cosa sarò, o cosa mi mancherà o non sarò capace di fare, come sarò un altro, e vedersi in una maniera diversa ma anche completa. Chi si vuole diventare, che cosa si merita di diventare, che cosa si merita la visione che si vuole avere, cosa poter essere per meritare questa visione e trovare alla fine un modello. Please.
Yeah, finding a modello, like you said, is very important. I have mine, and I follow their work, and it's really inspiring to see, people that you admire. So do that too. Okay, here with all this work, I hope you really sit down and take your time to do this, because in a couple of hours of your time, now that we have more time than the usual, you will find a lot of things within yourself that will motivate you to become a better coach. And that's exactly what I'm here for. If you take this homework seriously, you will find yourself having a vision, having a purpose, not a selfish purpose, but including everybody around you, Okay. And here I want to talk about Mike Singletary and a speech I heard about of him in Camp Trieste some years ago. Giorgio also was there. Emery Moorhead is also here with us, was there. And Mike Singletary, this speech is in the Camp Trieste YouTube channel, so everybody can see it. You know, it's public. And he talks about his purpose. He talks about his purpose in life and about his vision. And it was so inspiring to me. I know that for you it was too, Yo-Yo. It was so inspiring for me. It motivated me so much. So I really recommend you this video. We're not going to play it now because it's a little bit long, but it's really worth it to watch. And with this, I finish talking about motivation for coaches. Please translate what I said.
Allora, il tema è proprio quello di trovare un modello da ammirare, a cui ispirarsi. E se adesso vi prendete 2 ore, visto che il tempo è cambiato per noi, ne abbiamo più di quanto ne avevamo prima, troverete molte cose che vi porteranno a essere un coach migliore, scrivendo le vostre ragioni. Se lo fate seriamente avrete in poco tempo una visione e un obiettivo condiviso, non autoreferenziale. Per me è stato fortemente ispiratore lo speech che ha dato Mike Singletary a Trieste, che è peraltro su YouTube, è un speech pubblico e quindi lo potete vedere, e che ha parlato della sua visione e dei suoi obiettivi, che sono stati fondamentali. Anche Giorgio Longhi era lì, se lo ricorda. E con questo io ho finito.
Well, yeah, I finished with the coaches motivation, and now we're going to go. I'm going to give you some hints and tips to motivate players. I'm going to share with you a couple of thoughts, a couple of tricks that I use on my practices. 2 hints I'm going to. First, I want to tell you that every player has his own source of motivation. Not what motivates you is going to motivate others. That's a good hint. Because sometimes we try to motivate other people with something that motivates us very much, but it don't work that way. So your due as a coach should be finding out what motivates your players. For this,
okay.
Yeah.
I go with this. Un paio di trucchi per motivare i giocatori che io adotto. Ogni giocatore ha una sua motivazione. Quello che motiva te come allenatore non è quello che motiva i giocatori, per cui bisogna trovare questa chiave. Please.
Yeah. You can find this out at the beginning of the season. All right. But doing a questionnaire to the players about what motivates them. Ask them directly. You know, on my program, I have also a standard test for the players to fill out about what motivates them, what moves them. Knowing this will help you during the season to treat them personally and as a group, because you can find out also what they share on motivation, common points of motivation that they all have that you can touch during the season. Okay, that's one hint I gave you. Please.
Sì. Si può trovare la motivazione che spinge i giocatori anche con un questionario, chiederlo direttamente. È una cosa che coach Serrano fa nel suo programma di lavoro individualmente, ma anche per capire quali sono i punti in comune che hanno i giocatori nella motivazione, nella partecipazione al football. Please.
Good. And okay, also, what do players want most of the times on a practice from a coach? They want feedback. Feedback's what players want. So we have to be specialists on giving feedback all the time. All the time. But I'll give you this hint. It's called the sandwich technique. Do you know this technique, Manfredi?
Sandwich?
The sandwich technique is a good one. Listen, if you have this player, for example, is doing his route, or he's doing his coverage, whatever, and you have to correct him, but you know he's not taking corrections very good. You know, he's this kind of player that can't take corrections right. So the hand sandwich technique is a very good one to use with this kind of player or any player. First, you're going to tell him something that he did good on that particular movement or play, something that he did good. To slightly tell him the correction that you want to make. So his ears will be open for the correction. Instead of if you tell him the correction directly, because his ears can close directly too, all right? And then after you do the correction, you tell him that he's going to do good and that you have your eye on him. And that's the sandwich, right? Good, bad, good.
Okay, 3 layers.
Yes.
E l'altra questione è: cosa vogliono i giocatori durante l'allenamento dagli allenatori?
It's just a trick. Okay.
Yeah, questo è un altro dei trucchi. I giocatori vogliono sempre feedback. Allora c'è una tecnica che lui chiama sandwich technique, che si può applicare a qualunque giocatore. Supponiamo un ricevitore che fa una traccia e tu lo correggi, in ogni caso non ti ascolta. Allora il trucco è: prima gli dici che ha fatto bene, poi gli dici qual è la correzione che dovrebbe introdurre, perché questo gli apre l'osservazione perché è gratificato dal complimento, e poi che lo farà sicuramente bene che tu lo guardi. Quindi diciamo in questo sandwich c'è bene, male, bene.
For example, hey, Mike, hey, great footwork. You missed a little bit on that step, but that's okay. You're going to do good.
Questo è l'esempio. Hey Mike, grande footwork.
Hey,
hai perso qualcosa, ma lo farei benissimo.
That's it. Or, hey, great movement, great arm. Okay, you missed a little bit by 1 yard. You got to throw a little bit farther, but that's okay. You know, you're going to do great next one. For quarterback. So you give them the confidence, and you tell them the correction, and they're feeling good about it. They're feeling good about the correction also, because they know they're only missing one little thing. It's not that because if you tell them that they did wrong, the first thing you tell them, then everything else doesn't matter anymore. Ok.
Quindi, coach, translate. Il tema è dargli confidenza. Col primo apprezzamento ascolteranno, si metteranno, si predisporranno correttamente e poi faranno quello che gli chiedi. Se parti con sbagliato, ovviamente poi non ascolteranno più nient'altro di quello che gli stai dicendo.
Yes. Okay. So that's a trick, the sandwich. Okay. I think it's a good name for it. I mean, it's pretty graphic.
I have some question yet, just to let you know.
Okay. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is about when you're talking to the team. One of the most important things is being congruent, your congruence. Please translate that.
Congrats?
Congruence.
Ah, congruence, ok. Allora,
Congruencia.
Congruenza, sì. L'ultima cosa è quando parli alla squadra devi essere congruente, la cosa più importante. Please.
Yes, congruence means that things have to match. Okay? Your attitude first, your body talk. They have to match with your voice, with the volume of your voice. They have to match with the tone you're using at that exact moment. And they have to match with the words, with the message. If one of those is not matching, then your speech is worth than nothing. If you're telling somebody that he has to come out on the second half to fight his ass off for the team, but your attitude, your back is low, and you're just sitting down talking to the team, it's not going to work.
Okay.
If the message that you're giving is the same, you're giving this message of encouragement, but you're talking like this and you're not really hyping them up, then it's not going to be congruent. It's not going to work. But it also works the opposite. Sometimes you don't want to hype them up. You want to calm them down. And so also then your speech must be congruent too. They always have to be matching your body talk, the volume of your voice, the tone that you use, and the message that you're using. So that's why I always recommend to have the speeches ready and things that you want to say ready prior to the speech, and don't be just improvising speeches every time you have one. It's very important to prepare those. Okay.
Okay. Un'altra questione, quando parli alla squadra, il tuo modo di parlare deve essere congruente con quello che dici. Le cose devono matchare tra di loro. L'attitudine, il linguaggio del corpo, il tono di voce, devono essere congruenti col messaggio. E questo ovviamente vale per tutto, l'incoraggiamento soprattutto. Ma la stessa cosa, o la motivazione, la stessa cosa quando devi calmare. Tutto deve essere congruente, il messaggio, il body language, l'attitudine, il tono di voce. Ma soprattutto è meglio essere pronti con le cose da dire piuttosto che improvvisare, perché in quel caso è meglio non farlo.
That last thing was good. It's better not to say anything if you're not going to be congruent, because you can just confuse the players instead of what you want to do, right?
Che rischi di confondere i giocatori.
Exactly. And that's all I want to talk about. That's all I wanted to say. This is only a part of the program I have on motivation for coaches. Also, I have a program for motivation for players. So if you're interested in cooperating with me, just you have to private message me and we can talk about it. And now I'm ready for any questions that you want to ask me.
Ok, questa è solo una parte del programma che lui sviluppa e ben felice di collaborare con chi vorrà indicazioni, basta mandargli un messaggio e questo creerà uno scambio. Adesso se ci sono domande ce n'è già una. I have one question yet, or better two, from Coach Volpones. How much the personal experience of a coach can influence the ability to motivate? This is the first question. I have a second one. So if you want to go with this.
Well, I guess experienced coaches, well, if they've been around other coaches, they know what works or not. But it depends, to me, it depends also on the experiences you had, right? Because if, for example, if you experience as a player and also as assistant coach, it was under coaches that had certain style, a rough style, or, well, that's going to be kind of like you tend to be. So experience is very important because yeah, kind of like, if you have experienced players are going to listen to you more easily, but also, even if you have a lot of experience, you should know a little bit about motivation in terms of preparing the motivation. I think it's very important in these days because it's such a big factor that we as coaches must have control on it. You know, if you control that, if you're at least control part of it, you're multiplying your chances to win. But yes, I believe that having experiences is very important. Yeah.
Allora, se sei un allenatore esperto e hai avuto la possibilità di lavorare con altri allenatori e hai anche dei giocatori esperti, ovviamente la tua esperienza è un fattore positivo, un fattore importante, ma non è detto che l'esperienza coincida con l'abilità di motivare. E qui torniamo a citare la questione della moltiplicazione, per cui diciamo bisogna sapersi diciamo, organizzare per motivare, non è automatico, non è automatico con l'esperienza.
Yeah.
Second question. Second question, I lost it. No, it's okay. The ability to motivate can be influenced by the moment or the time frame the team is living during a season. So according to changing along the season, this ability to motivate can be influenced in positive or negative.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say that when you're a coach, can you repeat the question? I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understood.
I will. During the season, the time you're living during the season can make a difference in motivating.
Like
I mean,
should motivate depending on the state of the season.
Yeah, it depends in which part of the season you are. Your ability to motivate can make the difference, or you can have differences because of the season is at the beginning or at the end, or you're winning or losing, I think.
Okay. Motivation has to change all the time. That's why we must prepare it so much. Because one motivation can work at a certain point of the season, but it won't work in another certain point of the season. If you're having a winning season, you motivate somehow. If you're having a losing season, you motivate some other how. If you have for example, you're facing an easy game, right? You're sure you're going to win. So the lack of motivation is going to be there. You know, how's going to be your speech? Are you going to hype them up like, no, we got to win, but don't work that way. Right?
Okay.
If you do that, they're not going to believe that. They're going to go like, come on, coach, we're going to win. They don't need to do this shit, right? But if you tell them what they lose, or if you tell them how important for the point average that game is, for what's people going to think about us if we are weak in this point, how weak we're going to look if this team scores on us and it's a close game, how weak we're going to look on the eyes of our real competitors. So yeah, your speech and your motivation changes all the time.
Ok. Ovviamente la motivazione è quello che dici per motivare, cambierà ogni volta, a secondo appunto la stagione. E si fa l'esempio della partita già vinta, che tutti sanno che la vinceremo e che tu fai il bel discorso, allora questa partita la dobbiamo vincere, il giocatore dice dai coach, dai, questa partita è vinta. Però lì devi spostare la motivazione. La motivazione è sì, forse è vinta, ma non lo sai mai, almeno io non lo dico mai, però guarda gli altri obiettivi, migliorare la media punti, dare un segnale anche agli altri avversari, i nostri competitor, quindi fare capire che c'è una motivazione che va al di là del risultato stesso. Muchas gracias. Third question. Different people can receive the same motivation in different ways.
Okay, again.
Ok, te lo digo en español.
Vale.
Como personas diferentes pueden conseguir la motivación de forma diferente, por su carácter.
Yes. As I said, everyone has his motivations. Okay. There's personal motivations that you should use with your players personally, and there are also common grounds that all players are going to have that you have to use on a group, on a motivation for the group. But anyway, you have to be ready for both. you have to be ready for the personal motivation, you have to be ready for the group motivation, and treat them separately. Every player has a different fuel. Everyone does. You know, what motivates me maybe doesn't motivate you, and it's that way. So you have to have the tools, and you have to have the knowledge to plan these things. Yes.
Devi costruire le motivazioni per persone differenti, per persone che hanno attitudini differenti e che reagiscono in maniera differente, e quindi questo vale per il singolo e per il gruppo e tra i singoli per persone diverse. One more question, how can we motivate people with some problems, like people who was using drugs or with self-appreciation with very low standards?
Well, I'm not a specialist on drug rehabilitation. So if that's influencing the performance, well, I guess we all ask. I don't know if this person that is talking to me was a player,
A coach.
but I know that with a big problem like that, I guess you just need your coach to buck you up, be with you, and you know, and that for him to know that you're there. And for people with low self-esteem, well, it's very important that you treat this when you recognize somebody with low self-esteem, try not to push them too hard, and try not to make obvious that he has low self-esteem.
Ok.
In front of other players.
Allora, non è uno specialista del settore, però è chiaro che tutte queste situazioni possono influenzare la prestazione. Allora è importante fare capire che il coach c'è, è presente, ascolta, e soprattutto nelle situazioni di bassa autostima non fare nessuno dei due errori, né spostare troppo in alto questa cosa perché si rischia di mettere sotto stress il giocatore, né invece fare capire che tanto si sa che c'è una bassa autostima, quindi bisogna tenere questo rapporto sempre equilibrato.
And the sandwich technique can work very well with this kind of people.
E con questo tipo di persone la sandwich technique può funzionare molto bene. Dopodiché abbiamo which kind of suggestions you can give us to motivate players of like 15 or 16 years old?
Okay. Well, I work a lot with the youth. I was a head coach. I didn't say that, but I was a head coach for the Dutch academy. That didn't last too long. That's why I didn't mention it. But I worked with teenagers. For teenagers, my recommendation, what motivates them the most is being with a group and have fun. So to motivate these guys, you got to make them have fun. And also start introducing the vision in their heads. You know, what do you want to be? You know, what do you want to be?
Okay.
And let them have fun. Don't put too much pressure on them.
Per i teenagers, lui ha avuto l'esperienza nella nazionale olandese, la Dutch Lions Academy. L'idea è di stare nel gruppo e metterla sul divertimento, have fun, introdurre una visione di quello che vogliono essere e di cosa immaginano di poter diventare, ma divertirsi, have fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, coach. Any special suggestion in motivating young athletes, considering they actually are they have the habit to be to have immediately something that is about the time we are living. So usually our kids they have immediately something, so they don't have time to wait or to waste in waiting. So how to to manage this situation with the young athletes?
Well, I think it's all about feedback. And it's all about, well, they're your athletes, they're your players, right? So you can give the messages that they need to hear. Don't think that they're not going to listen. They're going to listen. Whatever you say, they're going to listen. So you talk to them about the process, about the process of things, and they will understand. And even though they're going to want it now, they're going to understand that they must have a process. And with the time, you can teach them how to enjoy that, because being a player at the end is that, right? And enjoy a teenage player is enjoying the process to become a man playing some sport, right? So you have to put that idea on their heads for them then to develop them themselves. You know, don't be too hard on them, yeah, because it's not their fault. Right.
Ok. Il messaggio per la questione sulla gratificazione immediata, che la domanda è come si gestiscono questi giovani che sono abituati a una gratificazione immediata, è di lanciare un messaggio di ascolto, e quindi nell'ascolto che loro devono comunque porre, parlare del processo, e che questo processo gestisce la loro evoluzione come persone, come uomini, come giocatori che saranno in futuro. One more. This is a very long one. I'm sorry.
Right.
Why do you write in English? To make it things more difficult. Okay, I can read this. I worked in soccer in Italy and England as a performance analyst. At Manchester City with Mr. Pep Guardiola, we had a dedicated mental coach on staff. In Italy, this figure is not part of the staff permanently, but I found that, given the complexity of sport, it would be necessary to imitate England. All coaches should know the theoretical basis of mental coaching, but perhaps it will be necessary to have a dedicated figure in staff to achieve large, stable performance peaks. What do you think about it? Postscriptum, now I'm studying for becoming an American football performance analyst. That's why I'm following you. Thanks, Giorgio Longhi and FIDA, for the invitation. Thanks, coach, and congrats, Mario Savo. Did you get?
Yes. Well, I'm totally for it. I think having somebody that analyzes all the mental situations on the team and analyzes, including motivation, is a very important figure. It's a very important. I think every team should have it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But point is that, as you should know, these teams in Europe are very small. Budgets are really small. Most of us have worked many hours for free. Yeah. Some we've been lucky and we can kind of like make our lives out of it, but not everybody, not all the teams have the budget to have that. But if they could, that would be something very, very, very good for the team. Yes, of course.
La domanda era relativa. Oh, pardon.
And thank you for following me. Thank you for following me too.
La domanda era a proposito dell'opportunità di avere un allenatore dedicato al mental conditioning degli atleti, cosa che questo collega Mario Savo ha fatto nel Manchester City con Guardiola. Ovviamente, data la complessità di questo sport, dovrebbe essere necessario iniziare anche in Italia, dove questa cosa non succede. Coach Serrano dice: sono d'accordo, ovviamente dobbiamo considerare la dimensione di questo sport in Europa, il tempo che dedichiamo gratis, e che molti club forse non possono farlo, ma chi può lo deve fare, perché questo è sicuramente qualcosa di buono. Poi abbiamo coach Valerio Bozzarini, che che chiede avere una società invasiva nel proprio programma è di difficile gestione. Come posso motivarmi a continuare il programma se questa invasività ricade sugli atleti stessi? The question is, having a club with a board, directors, they put too much pressure in the program, and with this result in a difficult management. How can I motivate myself to follow the program if this attitude is going to affect also the athletes? Kill the president.
Okay, so here, this is what we've been talking about is going to be useful for you. You have to have clear in your mind your vision. And this kind of problem should be on your list of what am I going to find? And prior to what was going to happen, you should have answers for that, right? And I cannot tell you the answers because I don't know your exact problem with your board, right? But what I know is that once you have your vision clear and where you're going and what you want to achieve and what's your purpose, things are you're going to be not so much permeable, you know. You're not going to get that wet with that kind of pressure. You're going to be more confident on yourself, more motivated on what you want. And things are not going to touch you that deeply. Also, think that as a coach, you're a figure, you're a role, you know, and you got to keep that always in mind. Yeah. Know your powers, know what you can do and what you cannot, and what the board can do and what they cannot. And always be clear with them. Don't say yes to everything if it doesn't suit you, yeah, technically. I don't know exactly your problem, coach. Maybe if you will private message me, we can talk.
Ok, per evitare questo tipo di pressioni bisogna ricordarsi, non ci sono sempre tutte le risposte, ma bisogna avere una visione, avere gli obiettivi e nessuna pressione, devi motivare te stesso nell'avere questa visione. Questa cosa la riporti nel ruolo che hai come coach. Tienilo in mente e questa cosa si ricadrà sui ragazzi. Poi diciamo lui è disponibile a una questione, anche a un rapporto più diretto per capire meglio la questione. From Giacomo Sacco, sono interessato nella parte della ricerca delle motivazioni dei giocatori. Puoi spiegarci la struttura del questionario per capire quali sono le motivazioni dei giocatori e quali eventualmente siano le domande? So the question is, I'm interested in the part of finding the motivation of players. Can you explain the structure of your questionnaire to find the player's motivation? What kind of questions do you ask?
Sure. Well, this is part of my program, which I run with my company, right? So I'm not going to tell you the questions we ask, of course, but I'm going to tell you what they're all about. They're all about who they are, what they want from the team, what can the team expect from them. That kind of question. Okay. That give you hints of who this player is, what does he want, what motivates them, you know, what moves him. Okay. And this, well, is in my program, this questionnaire is very developed. Okay, so it's specific on some things, according that have to do with football. So if you want to PM me, yeah, I'll be glad to talk to you. But it's all about not really personal issues, but motivational issues that they can have. Yeah.
Ok.
PM me.
Non vi parlo delle domande specificatamente, ma degli argomenti, sostanzialmente chi sono i giocatori, cosa vogliono dalla squadra, cosa secondo loro la squadra si aspetta da loro, e questo ti permette di avere spunti su quali sono, chi sono i giocatori e quali sono le loro motivazioni. Questa è una parte che lui sviluppa nel suo programma ed è ben felice di svilupparla eventualmente con contatti diretti. Sono questioni che hanno a che vedere non tanto con fatti personali dei giocatori, ma in generale rispetto alla loro motivazione. Vado a leggere one more. Questa più o meno l'abbiamo vista. Which are the targets, the purposes for the youngest?
The youngest.
Yeah.
Which age?
Not explained. I
Have
mean,
fun.
young, so have fun. Avere divertimento per i più giovani.
Have fun. Play every position.
Giocare in tutte le posizioni.
Alignment, whatever. And sports. The sports. Any sport is good. Football is good. Any position is good, as far as they have fun.
Ok.
That's what's gonna hook them up. Nothing else.
Ok, fare sport, divertirsi e cambiare il ruolo in modo tale che possano rimanere coinvolti. Io, scusate, non mi scrivete nella chat generale, scrivete all'host che è il coach Bozzarini, che mi sta ribaltando su un'altra chat le domande. From coach Andreychuk, in your opinion, how big of a factor is developing internal motivation?
Internal motivation of.
Yeah, in your opinion, how big of a factor is developing internal motivation, as I got it?
I guess he's talking about your own motivation. How big it is?
Yeah, I think.
Well, as a coach, I think that's big. That's very big. I mean, yeah, of course. It's the same with any other thing. If you're not motivated to do something, you're not going to do it right. Or it's not going to change you, let's say, motivation is a big part on a coach's life. Your vision, your motivation, what moves you, that has to be always on your mind, especially in the bad moments. In the good moments, it's all right. The bad moments is when you have to have self-motivation. Internal motivation.
Thank you. So, la motivazione è sempre fondamentale nel momento positivo, nel momento negativo, ed è non se ne esce fuori, è sempre così. La motivazione è fondamentale, è una domanda questa molto importante, molto grande, è tutto a proposito della motivazione. Noi dobbiamo lavorare per la motivazione.
Yeah, because think of this motivation. Sometimes when we think about motivation, we're thinking about hyping up players, right? Motivate them to be just screaming, and it don't work like that. Motivation is not that. It's much more than that. Yeah.
Sì, motivare non è urlare ai giocatori, c'è molto di più. Ok, coach Enrico Leonardi ritiene importante per la motivazione e gestione del team individuare e eleggere capitani leader e quali compiti e obiettivi dovrebbero compiere durante la stagione. The question is to motivate and manage a team, find out and choose leaders like captains, and which kind of task or purpose they must have during the season.
Yeah, well, the captains, normally they're true leaders. Normally you don't have to choose them. The team chooses them. You know who they are, right? And their role during the season should be the bridge between you and the locker room. When you have something internal to treat, something that you want to share with the players, well, you share with the captains, not with the players. Share with the captains. And then they should be the ones to communicate to the players this kind of thing. Unless it's something that everybody needs to listen to, right? Captains are very important also on the motivation side. You have to take good care of your captains, so they are always motivated like you. Always try. Yeah.
Ok. E la squadra che dovrebbe anche leggerli in qualche modo. Loro sono un mezzo di comunicazione tra te e la squadra. Sono a loro volta dei motivatori, quindi sono dei medium, persone che possono fare passare le cose che tu vuoi condividere con la squadra. For the foreign friends, coaches from abroad that are asking something inside the regular chat, please find the host with moderatore SSA to ask your questions, because I don't have the time to look at two different screens, and I picking up the questions on the private chat we have. So sorry for that, but it's a bit complicated. And sorry if I'm missing something, because if you're in Italian, I translate in English, and then in Italian again, the answer. If you're talking from abroad, I have to do the double translations, but it's okay. Ok. Pensare, sognare in grande non è sempre facile. Come faccio ad approcciare una squadra perdente? Dream big is not so easy. How could I approach a losing team?
Okay, so you're saying that you're new in a losing team?
You arrive in a losing team, so your dream is big, but the team is still losing.
Well, you're going to have to work with that, right? It's like when you're a pilot and you know where you're going and your automatic pilot's on and they give you this shitty airplane, but you still know where you're going. And you still have to drive that shitty plane, right? So you have to motivate them on having a vision and build, okay? It's not easy, as you said. I mean, having a losing team is not easy. It's not easy to manage. Motivation is something that is really a lack in this kind of teams. But there's ways to manage these feelings with the players. You know, sharing your vision could be one of them. But being smart, of course, you're not going to tell them that your vision is going away from the team and being an NCAA coach, but you're telling them that they're building their future. And enjoy the process, as I said, and then you have to work with that plane to get to your goal.
Allora, per Coach Volpones, lavorare in ogni caso con il pilota automatico, tu hai una rotta da tenere e questo aeroplano dovrà atterrare, non è facile. Dire che comunque si sta costruendo e ovviamente essere coerenti, no? Godersi il processo dicendo ai giocatori che si sta lavorando per costruire il loro futuro, anche essere onesti. Okay.
And one thing.
Yep.
Don't lie.
Non mentire.
Lie.
Mai mentire.
Don't lie to them. Never invent things or motivate them with something that is not real, because they'll know, just as you would know, right?
Mai mentire, perché tanto lo sanno che stai mentendo. Nunca mentiras.
You have to motivate with real things.
Motivare.
If they're small things, they're small, but yeah.
Motivare con cose reali, anche piccole, però vere. Ok. Come motivare un giocatore o un gruppo che non ha interesse se non per la vittoria ed è pronto a cambiare squadra anche durante la stagione se non vince immediatamente. How to motivate a player or a group of players who is not having any interest except the winning and is ready to change team even during the season if you don't win immediately.
Can they do that?
During the season, I'm not sure.
No,
I don't think so. But after the season, yes. Or they just leave.
Yeah. Well, that's about that. That's also on the program that I work in, that I have. Is about the spirit of the team and to set the rules of the team, and about a lot of things and internal rules that you have to set when you have a team. And it's called a football culture. You have the culture on the team that is not going to be movable. You have certain standards that are high, and you're not going to accept anything less than that. And if he wants to, and if that's, and you cannot change their minds, and they leave, well, I mean, you have to try to set a spirit on the team that they want to fight together. And it's not an easy process if you're new on the team and you see this is happening. Okay. You got to talk to them about team spirit.
Anche questo è un tema che lui sviluppa nel suo programma e a proposito dello spirito del gioco, della squadra, lo spirito di squadra, determinare le regole interne, settare degli standard alti e poi se loro non cambiano atteggiamento e vogliono andare, ok, però l'idea è che devono imparare a lavorare insieme, combattere insieme. Non è facile, ma è a proposito delle regole del gruppo. One more.
Team first.
Team first, yes. Which kind of difficulties did you find coaching girls?
Not many. Not many. Well, difficulties. Not many, really not. I think I like coaching women. I think they listen more than men, and they don't do things without understanding them, which is something that men do easily. Like you tell them, like, "Did you understand?" Yeah. And then they do wrong. They were not even listening. Women normally don't do this. Yeah. If they don't understand, they look at you, say, "I don't understand," and then you have to explain yourself, which is also a challenge for you. You know, because
yeah.
You know, you're like, okay. Difficulties, maybe on the tackling techniques, and certain techniques it's hard to coach them. Their leverage, how low they go. There are certain technical things that are really different with women, that are hard to, you know, it's hard to converse yourself to like, you're working with men and you're working with women. You cannot be asking the same thing sometimes, you know, physically. And mentally they're tough, but they also need a lot of feedback. Yeah.
Ok, allora non tante difficoltà, anzi mi piace allenare le ragazze perché ti ascoltano, non fanno le cose senza capire come in genere fanno gli uomini che dicono sì andiamo e poi sbagliano, e se non hanno capito ti chiedono, per cui questo è anche una sfida, no? Perché tu devi comunque fare meglio di quello che normalmente fai. Probabilmente in alcuni casi alcune tecniche anche di placcaggio non sono esattamente le stesse che puoi usare con gli uomini, che so, il leverage oppure stare bassi, ci sono delle questioni anche biomeccaniche differenti, non sono le stesse cose, però sono toste e quindi questo è bello e sempre vogliono feedback. I have I think 2 more and that's it.
Okay.
Hi coach, I would like to ask what would be the better way to motivate a team facing a game with extremely low chance of winning. It's quite the same the one we had before, so mi piacerebbe chiedere qual è il modo migliore per motivare una squadra quando stai per giocare una partita con pochissime chance di vittoria.
Well, you have to find the things that you're going to improve that game. You have to tell them that you're going to use these plays that we're going to use in the next game, that we're going to try to improve against this team, that games are not lost until they're finished. That if you're in the middle of a fight and you don't fight, you're gonna get your ass whooped. So it don't matter if you lose, you're gonna fight. You gotta fight, right? So that will encourage them a little bit, and also tell them about getting better and how playing against a fastest team will make you faster if you take it in the positive way, which is hard because if you know you're going to lose, but never lie. Don't tell them you're going to lose for sure. Try to focus on the positive things and have a good attitude. Yeah.
Ok. Bisogna trovare le cose che possono darti delle opzioni, migliorarsi. Nessuna partita di football è persa fino alla fine. Lottare in mezzo alla battaglia, non ti puoi tirare indietro. Incoraggiare sempre a migliorarsi. Sono più veloci, noi diventeremo più veloci perché sono più veloci di noi adesso. Mai mentire, mai. Avere un'attitudine positiva e sempre pensare positivo per trovare cose positive per i tuoi giocatori.
Because excuse me, because you cannot, if you're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose this game, cannot tell the players that.
Mai dire perderemo questa partita, mai. From Marco Bozzarini, sapendo che la generazione degli anni 80-90 venivano motivati in un modo, la nuova generazione fatta di velocità nelle risposte, informazioni più adeguate, quale sarebbe il modo migliore per allenare questa generazione e quali sono gli ostacoli che il coach deve affrontare e vincere. Ok, is a bit long. We can ask in 2 times. So the first is from the 80s and 90s, which generation we are coming from, we as a community of more or less 50 years old coaches. We come and we got motivation in a different way. Now this new generation is made of speed in answers. They need quick answers with very precise informations. Which is your idea to find the right way to coach this young new generation? Don't lie.
Yeah. So your job is being a coach of a young generation. They need quick answers. You have to have quick answers. Yeah. So they want things very precise. You have to be very precise. And that's the solution.
Yeah.
Think about what they're going to ask. Be prepared. Be ready. Be ready to motivate yourself to be what they need.
Motivate.
Okay, so I will ask you. So what are you missing to give these answers? Are you missing something? So think about it and get ready for it. I'm not saying it's easy. These new generations are very different than us, and sometimes it's hard to understand. But you have to have your mind open, for them, and you need to be somebody that they follow. That's why we have to discover who we are. Okay, so yeah, if your players are going to ask you quick questions, you got to get ready to have quick answers, and that's it.
Ok. Sì, non è facile, però se questa generazione è così veloce, vogliono risposte veloci, tu devi essere pronto per dare risposte veloci, per essere preciso. Allora la domanda è: cosa sta mancando nella tua condizione per essere quello che vorresti essere, per motivare? Devi avere la mente aperta, devi studiare. Siamo generazioni troppo diverse, gli anni 80 e 90 con quelli attuali. Thank you. I have one more. No, 1, 2, 3 more. Actually, the first is: ciao, i giocatori motivatori nelle tue squadre sono capitani. The motivator players in your teams, are they captains of those teams?
Not necessarily. not necessarily. What I like is normally have my middle linebacker and my quarterback. That's those are captains that I normally choose. And then you can have either the leaders that are the leaders of the team, that normally it's obvious who they are, okay? Or have, which I like to do too, different captains, different games. Who earn it? Who earn it? You earn it. And that's something that also works on motivation.
Ok. Non necessariamente i capitani devono essere, i motivatori devono essere capitani. Quello che lui fa normalmente è mettere capitani il middle linebacker e il quarterback. E poi 2 leader che sono riconosciuti dentro la squadra. Ma anche cambiare i capitani partita per partita, che se lo devono guadagnare, per cui diventa una motivazione anche questa. La prossima è, ci sono motivazioni interne e esterne per motivare un coach. Cambiare organizzazione può essere una grande risorsa di motivazione dall'esterno. Rimanere e lavorare in un'organizzazione, per quanto tempo perché quantità di tempo può ridurre questa motivazione? Come trovare nuove ispirazioni quando si lavora in una condizione del genere? So the question is, there are both internal and external sources for motivation for a coach. Changing organization can be a source of external motivation. Remaining in an organization and working for a long time can reduce this motivation. So how to find a new inspiration for your work when you are in this situation, staying or leaving?
If you're doubting on staying or leaving,
staying in an organization for a long time, that can reduce your motivation.
Yes, that can happen. That's why we humans normally quit things, right? Anything, because we are not because we don't see any future in it, or because we can stand the thought of being in the future with it, right? Well, I always come back to my vision of me, or of who I want to be, and where do I want to get. My purpose. If this don't match with what's going on on the team I'm in, but I have another chance, I think changes are always good. Okay, changes are always good. I should know more deeply your situation, but if you don't see any future, then it's really hard to be motivated, because motivation normally works in the future, right? A little bit. My answer would be, you have to think deeply about it. Think about what you want, about what you need, and take a decision. Be brave.
Ok. Yeah. Io combatto sempre con la mia visione di me stesso e con le mie motivazioni. In genere i cambiamenti sono sempre buoni. Non conosco bene questo caso, ma se non vedi futuro, non vedrai motivazione, perché una parte della motivazione è nel futuro. Quindi pensa esattamente a cosa vuoi. A Coach Pedri. L'ultima domanda è da Coach Andrea Poggi. Which is the role played by the club and the board of directors of a team in motivate the players?
Following the coach's instructions. That's the job.
Cioè fondamentalmente il ruolo della società o della dirigenza di una squadra, che ruolo ha nella motivazione dei giocatori, e la risposta è seguire i coach, seguire le motivazioni degli allenatori. I totally agree.
Yeah, if the coach needs something from the directives to motivate the players, the motivation always comes from the coaches, not from the directives.
Great. Okay, I think that's all for tonight. Thank you, Coach. Now, sì, I will leave the microphone to Coach Longhi. Grazie a tutti, spero di aver dato
muchísimas gracias.
Supporto. De nada, espero haberlo hecho bien.
Perfecto, perfecto.
Ok, mi senti, Manfredi?
Sì, perfettamente.
Ok, perfetto. Ok, allora, grazie a Sebas. A thousand question, eh? Thank you to all the coaches that wrote questions. I know that we still have coaches that continue to send some questions. It's too late. Manfredi have to leave, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, I have another work later, but it's okay.
The Super Bowl, right?
The Italian Madden football tournament final ball.
Se l'administration riesce a mettere le slide, comunque nel caso che non abbiamo le slide in uscita, ancora grazie a tutti i coach intervenuti e per la grande partecipazione con tutte queste domande. Ricordo che domenica prossima abbiamo il coach Mai Vanucci per come passare dai ricevitori, dai drill al campo. Valerio, mi senti tu adesso?
Sì, ti sento un attimo,
Okay.
sto cercando di metterti le slide, magari scerizzo anch'io. Penso di poter scerizzare, no?
Certo.
Allora, sì, un attimino, così ti do una mano.
Perché cominciamo con lo spostamento di giorno e di orario col fatto che sembra che finalmente riusciamo a fare qualcosa di più sul campo, quindi rimane comunque domenica 17 maggio Vannucci, mentre passeremo con puoi cambiare slide Valerio se riesci in quella dopo, con il seminario dei settori giovanili passeremo invece in un altro giorno ed un altro orario. Vai Valerio.
Sì, allora, questo è il secondo appuntamento per quanto riguarda i settori giovanili e stanno aumentando gli argomenti, quindi per il prossimo appuntamento il reclutamento di 3 società, Dolphins e Vipers e Aquile Ferrara.
Quindi sarà però lunedì sera?
Sì, lunedì sera, ovviamente sì, scusate, lunedì sera sarà lunedì 18 maggio in serata.
Ecco, nel dopo cena passiamo così perché pensiamo che qualcuno possa cominciare magari a fare qualche allenamento anche di squadra ma anche in forma individuale, quindi cominciamo ad avere anche appuntamenti infrasettimanali e in orario serale. Grazie ancora a tutti e al prossimo appuntamento.
Can I say goodbye?
Yeah, I can say goodbye. Ciao Seba.
Thank everybody that's still here. If you need further information, if you need to know more about motivation and also for motivation for players, please private message me and we can talk and we can work together. Giorgio,
Yeah,
big love to you.
Big
Thank you
kiss.
for having me. I love you. You know that.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye.